everyone, Jurassic Man here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the new Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous Control and Conquer Carnotaurus Toro edition and the original release version. I'm saying that because I have both versions, and I'm going to tell you why I have both versions in a little while. So, let's get right into it. Okay, so the Toro figure is based on the new character or antagonist of the series for Camp Cretaceous, Toro, a Carnotaurus with a scar on the side of his face. Now, this Carnotaurus is going to be a bit unique from the other one because some people think it's going to be similar to the one that was shown in Fallen Kingdom in the ending. But I think that one's just more of a nod to the old classic demon Carnotaurus that some people used to speculate than actually being Toro, because I'm not sure if Toro's gonna live in the show. I'm pretty sure they're gonna kill him off somehow. But anyways, this is actually just a repaint and a repackage of the already existing Control and Conquer Carnotaurus that came out earlier this year. So, let's get right to it. Now, this box art is very similar to the one that I have for the Tyrannosaurus, which I'll do a review of that another time. But the Tyrannosaurus figure shares the same box art with all the other Camp Cretaceous figure. It comes in this nice orangish, amberish color with the main characters on the side, no Owen, finally, and actually a dinosaur that isn't blue, which is the Carnotaurus. Which is actually pretty cool because Carnotaurus doesn't really get a lot of screen time, despite being probably one of the more favorite dinosaurs of the Fallen Kingdom series. I know like the Baryonyx and the Allosaurus get some gripe, but everyone just automatically loves the Carnotaurus because the design is pretty accurate to the actual dinosaur, so that's pretty cool. So it shows you the functions on the side of the dinosaur right here, on the back side and stuff. Down here, it's just more examples. Right there you got a little Netflix logo, if you can see it down there. And in the back of the box, you can see a nice picture display of the Carnotaurus. Here we have down here and below are the Taurosaurus and the Sarcosuchus, which I do have, but I never did reviews of them because my videos always crashed. Which is probably why I stopped. Anyways, there's more features of the action feature, there's more down here. And there's even a collector's card, which is cool that they're putting those back again. Because I remember to take them off from the main line, and now they're putting them back again. So that's cool. So without further ado, let's get right into the review. Now, if you see this figure, you see that it has a much more somewhat accurate color scheme of that of the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom version of the Carnotaurus. And I say that's pretty much of a big upgrade from what happened. Because if you look at the other Carnotaurus figures, they're much more brighter colorations, and they don't really stand out very well with the design we saw in Fallen Kingdom. In fact, they look more like that one maquette that we saw in that teaser trailer or the behind-the-scenes trailer for the Jurassic Park or Jurassic World series. Sorry about that. It's been a while since I've done reviews. But yeah, the Carnotaurus figure is a very nice figure, and if you remember, I never made a review for it, but I did point out that this is one of my more favorite new looking figures that has came out. I did make a comparison in that old video, but of course that video never came out because the video crashed and I couldn't upload it. What I wanted to say here, besides that one over there, is that this Carnotaurus is completely new sculpt. Everything about it is new. It is not one-to-one similar to the first Carnotaurus toy that came back in 2008 for Fallen Kingdom. Now this one is different. They have more details to the head. The head is much more bulkier, if you can see. I don't know, lighting looks weird for now, but I guess we could do something from that. I guess it's because this Carnotaurus is much darker figure. So you know what? I'm going to use the old one as for comparisons. And here's the old one, which is a much lighter tone. Now, you're probably wondering, why do I have two? Well, first, obvious reasons. I feel like I want to repaint one of these. But another one was pointed out in that older view, and that is because my Carnotaurus, or my first original release Carnotaurus, has this ugly gap on the side of it. It's supposed to look like that, smooth line between the jaws and the lower jaw. And this one's just, ugh. I never managed to get time to trade it or return it or anything like that. So I'm just stuck with these. But yeah, the details on these figures are very nice too. They're very nice details to it. You can see a lot of the creases and the sculpting on it. They both share the same color pattern and scheme, only just this one's slightly darker, while this one's more stuff. The one major difference that you do get from both of them is that the Carnotaurus or Toro has a scar right here. Now this is supposed to represent the scar he gets in the movie. I'm not sure if he got it before or during the show run. And not movie, I meant series. But he gets a scar, so it makes him different from the other Carnotaurus. So, the scar here doesn't look very well. It looks very out of place. Honestly, I wish this was the color scheme we got originally for the Carnotaurus. And maybe they switched these ones, because this color is just way too bright for this type of tone for the Carnotaurus. It would have been better if it was on this one. Even the box for the Carnotaurus has a more brighter color scheme, if you see. It's more matched with this than this one, actually. So yeah. So the functions on these two are exactly the same. This one doesn't have batteries in it, because I like to take my batteries out of my figures. But this one still does, so we can use this one for demonstration. But anyways, it's just like the rest of the new Primal Tag dinosaurs. The tail does most of the action. You can swivel the head side to side, and you can move the head up and down. And the action feature comes in two ways. Either A, you can push the tail down and or the body down, and it makes the roar. Or you can push the button and it makes a roar, like so. And I think there's 5 distinct calls on the button alone, while the tail action or the body up makes the Carnotaurus has 3 roars, and there's a couple of them that I think are my favorite. That one was my favorite. So yeah, there's in total of 7 or 8 roars into this Carnotaurus figure itself. And the speaker is down here on the bottom. Yes, it has that nasty coloration here. If you want to scan the Carnotaurus, you can scan it right there. If you can. And here's one for Toro, if you can. But yeah, the batteries are very similar to that of most of the other Jurassic World dinosaurs. So you don't have to worry about changing batteries for most of it, since we already know what all of them are. So yeah, another thing I like to compare is that the Carnotaurus of this one is completely different from the other one, besides sculpting, but also by size. The regular Carnotaurus would have been at least 2 inches lower than these two. I say I would get it right now, but right now is in a very claustrophobic spot, so I don't want to pull it out. But I'm pretty sure you've seen other people do comparisons on these, and you know that this Carnotaurus is much larger than the other ones. It's still too large, and I feel like we should get an accurate representation of a Carnotaurus figure as a figure sometime down in the future. Maybe from Mattel, maybe from some other company. Who knows? I just want another Carnotaurus figure that's more in scale with size. So, let's get right into comparisons. Since this is a comparison video for Toro than the other one, I'm going to compare with the Alan Grant figure from here, and use Toro instead. Now the Alan Grant figure obviously showed that this Carnotaurus is way too big. It should be a bit smaller, but then again the Jurassic World Carnotaurus is larger. So they did scale it up there, but I think this is too big. Here's a comparison with the Syats figure, the one that we did do review. And as you can see, this Syats figure is much smaller than the Carnotaurus. And I think that's what the size Carnotaurus should be than this oversized one. Rawr. A little play on there. And of course, here's a comparison of the Carnotaurus next to the new Tyrannosaurus figure, which I kind of forgot what it was called, because I don't have the box right now, but I did do the review for it. But yeah, here's the Carnotaurus with the Tyrannosaurus Rex, and of course I don't have batteries on this, so I can't show it. So that will be there in the video of the review. But yeah, this Carnotaurus is way too large. So what score will I give this Carnotaurus figure? Well, it's a very nice sculpt and it's very nice detailed. Honestly, when I first did the review for that one and didn't go upload, I did say this was a 5 out of 5 minus my jaw. But other than that, it's a really good figure. So I'll say the same for this one, that is a 5 out of 5. Now, I'm not sure if some of you guys are a big fan of this, but I'm a really big fan of this, which is probably why I have two. I'll probably try to find a replacement, see if I can replace this one so I could get a proper jaw. And then maybe down the line I'll get to do a review on the Toro figure, because I see the Toro figure a lot and I may pick up another one. So you guys can find this in retails for at least $24.99 in the US market. I got mine from Target because they're more available in Target than Walmart. I have yet to see it in Walmart though, so they're more available to Target at the current time of this video. So yeah, hope you guys liked this review. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I see you guys on the next one.